Okay, in another experiment, psychologists Alganic, Dodds and Watts monitor people who are navigating a website where music was given away to download for free. The study found that for many songs, the first review of an item influenced the whole trajectory of the ratings that followed. This principle is called the anchoring effect. Basically, people evaluate things they are unsure about by using as a benchmark the evaluations already available. So, first reviews act as an anchor. They set preconceptions about the quality of a product and influence the following perceptions and reviews. Of course, the product plays a part too, and as we discussed earlier, no amount of good reviews can make a bad product seem good. To better understand how you can leverage this anchoring effect, reflect for a moment on your perception of what the fair value of a product is. If you think about it, your perception of fair price is to some extent determined by the price the seller asks for. And very often, the higher the price, the higher the perceived value of the product. Basically, we associate higher prices with better quality. By contrast, if the same product is positioned at a lower price point, the lower price provides an indication of lower value, a value that you now assign to the item. So, what happens after you form these perceptions of value? Well, most often if I try to increase the price, you will perceive the increase as unfair. Okay, time for some experiments. In one brilliant study described by Daniel Kahneman, people were asked to contribute to a good cause. Initially, researchers asked the participant an answering question. Would you be willing to pay $5 XXX prior to asking them to contribute? When the request was served with no answer, participants were willing to pay on average $64. However, when the $5 answer was introduced, participants were willing to pay on average only $20. And when the answer was set to $400, people were willing to pay on average $143. So to recap, we have the same request, different answer price, and significantly improved conversion linked directly to the answer. This experiment shows how the anchoring effect is being used most often by marketers. However, many marketers miss the opportunity to leverage this effect in improving the reviews profile of their websites or products. In Alganic, Dodds and Watts' experiments, the first review, which is the anchor, determined the trajectory of all following reviews. Unfortunately, quite often, though not always, marketers and business owners do not make Google or Yelp reviews, for example, part of their website's core launch strategy. Yes, they may focus on it after the launch at some point, but not before. Of course, this may not be a problem when the first reviews are positive. However, when negative, these first reviews have the ability to start a self-reinforcing spiral of negativity, as this experiment found. In the end, this will damage conversions, leads, sales, and ultimately your business. In fact, there is an overwhelming amount of research which indicates that people remember negative emotions and bad feedback far stronger and for longer than positive emotions and feedback. Basically, people pay more attention to negative reviews than to positive reviews, and negative reviews have a stronger impact on purchasing behavior. If you think about it, how many times have you bought a book rated 2.5 out of 5 on Amazon? Not very often, I would assume. And yet, 2.5 out of 5 represents a 50-50 ratio. In fact, if you are like me, you will most likely try to maximize the use of your time and buy books with average scores of at least 4.5. Okay, let's stop here, but in the next session, we will be discussing opportunities to tackle your audience's perceptions of negative reviews and confirmation bias developed following these reviews. Let's dive in.